Good day, everyone, and welcome to our English class. Today, we will be discussing a very interesting topic. But before that, allow me to ask you this question.
All right. So, what do you think causes our fear of public speaking? One irony of life is that we want to be heard, but we don't want to speak. We always fear telling people what we think and how we feel due to various reasons. But let us all keep in mind that once we were given the chance to speak and an opportunity to be heard, there is nothing to be afraid than not trying at all. And as an intelligent FCPCN who are expected to solve problems encountered in daily lives, you should understand that in everything you do, communication at any form will resolve all our troubles around. This will enable you, our students, to demonstrate understanding of how world literatures and other text types serve as vehicles of expressing and resolving conflicts among individuals or groups to show unity and diversity. Also, how to use strategies in critical reading, listening, and viewing, and also affirmation and negation markers to develop impromptu and extemporaneous speeches, as mentioned in learning outcome number 2. Confidence is more about actions than feelings. Many people think that they have to feel confident before they can attempt something. But if you wait for the feeling of confidence to happen, it may never come about. Building confidence is more about taking the physical actions that are needed to move forward to your goal or to your outcome. So if confidence was an equation, it would look like this: a little thought plus a little vision plus lots of action. So that is confidence. So now let us start our discussion with the impromptu speech. Impromptu speaking occurs when the speaker is given a very little or no time to prepare to give a speech. He or she is given a topic and is expected to immediately begin speaking on it. Also, this speaking style involves thinking on your feet and being able to determine the flow of the speech as you give it. When you are asked to give an impromptu speech, you generally know a lot about that certain topic. So you can choose what you want to focus on, and everyone knows you haven't had that time to do research. So you are not expected to cite sources. Delivering an impromptu speech is a wonderful way to practice being self-confident. Because you haven't that enough time, your delivery will naturally be more conversational and spontaneous. You can also rely heavily on examples from personal experience to support what you are saying. And lastly, you are more likely to speak directly to the audience as if you were speaking to another person in a conversation. After the impromptu speech, we will now discuss manuscript. Speaking, like it sounds, involves reading your speech word for word from its written form. The advantage to delivering a speech in this way is that you can perfectly plan and control the wording of your speech. This sounds like it is ideal, but really it is not. Now let us talk about memorized speech. Like it sounds, it involves committing your entire speech to memory. Once again, this sounds great, but practically speaking, who has a time to memorize even a short speech? And like manuscript speech, you can't adapt to feedback from the audience. As we continue, let us discuss the extemporaneous speech. Extemporaneous speech is a speech delivered with some prepared structure, such as notes or an outline, but is otherwise delivered off the cut. In most cases, this is going to be your best choice. The notes allow you to structure your speech without handcuffing you in the event that your audience needs you to adapt. Also, You will sound more natural and conversational, and this will help hold audience attention. All of the mentioned types of speech are truly interesting to present. But how do we prepare for unimpromptu speech? First, we need to jot down some thoughts if possible. Second, consider putting these thoughts on a board. And also, if possible, ask for a few moments to prepare, but also stand at the podium with confidence. Look at your audience, smile, breathe, relax. Never make excuses. You also need to decide on a point of view and go with it. Accept your audience applause and don't beat yourself up afterwards. You may also keep your zinger for last. Lastly, if you end gracefully, your speech will be a success. In delivering an impromptu speech, you need to think about what you're going to say and consider the following questions. First one, what's the purpose of the event, meeting, or the class? Where are you speaking? What exactly is going to happen as a result of this topic content for the present time or even future? What do I think of this topic? What is my opinion? Do I like it or not? What are the latest news, trends, and problems, policy issues regarding this topic? Alright, so these are the 9 techniques in delivering a speech with confidence according to Dumb Little Man. First one, know your material. Pick a topic you're interested in. Know more about it than you include in your speech. Use humor, personal stories, and conversational language. In that way, you won't easily forget what to say. Next one, we need to practice. Rehearse out loud with all the equipment you plan on using. Revise as necessary. Work to control filler words. Practice, pause, and breathe. Practice with a timer and allow time for unexpected. After practicing, you need to know the audience. Greet some of the audience members as they arrive. It's easier to speak to a group of friends than it is to speak to strangers. Next one is know the room. Arrive early, walk around the speaking area, and practice using the microphone and any visual. After that, begin by addressing the audience. And so you need to relax. It buys you time and calms your nerves. Pause, smile, and count to 3 before saying anything. Transform nervous energy into enthusiasm. After that, you need to visualize yourself giving speech. Imagine yourself speaking with voice or with your own voice, which is loud, clear, and confident. Visualize the audience clapping and it will boost your confidence. After that would be, you need to realize that people want you to succeed. Audience want you to be interesting, stimulating, formative, and entertaining. Always remember that your audience is rooting for you. You also need to take note that you don't need to apologize or don't apologize for any nervousness or problem because more likely the audience probably never noticed it. Last one, we need to concentrate on the message, not the medium. Focus your attention away from your own anxieties and concentrate on your message and your audience. Let us all keep in mind that once we were given the chance to speak and an opportunity to be heard, there is nothing to be afraid than not trying at all.
That will be all for today, and thank you so much for listening. I hope that you have learned new concepts and acquired new skills that you may use in your daily lives. Always remember that there is fun in learning.